Welcome back to Skyward Sword. In the last part, we finished the Skyview Temple. Today, we're returning to the sky to do some collection.
That's one way of getting into the sky.
Like how the clouds are impenetrable unless that happens.
Oh god.
Master Dumble.
Less than 30 seconds, V. You're not making it easy to like you.
I don't think anybody wants to like her.
No. I'll be getting that goddess cube.
This is some triumphant music. You're being lectured! She's wasting your time!
I'll get that goddess cube a little bit later. First, I want to do some stuff here on Skyloft. A chunk of it involves the bazaar.
Do we get to see the depressed salesman again?
I think we do.
Yay.
First things first, Beedle's airship. Now that we can hit the bell, we can go up into it. It's an airship shop.
That doesn't seem like the best way of attracting customers.
It's like a claw game that just winches them up.
Speaking of the diving off of the bird, where you jump off on Skyloft affects where you ultimately land. But there's 5 or 6 specific spots where it shows up. But this is Beedle's airship. That's him.
Complete with... Wow, I'm pretty sure they're reusing the exact audio clips from Wind Waker.
Just about.
Nice computer.
Well, he says a few new things. If anything, it's the same voice actor.
Yeah, think of it as an Easter egg, not recycling.
Oh, please tell me you get to use this against the obligatory reflect something back at a boss fight.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yay.
Here's something new for this. You can add extra bits to your wallet. Beedle will sell, I think, 3 of these, which will ultimately add up to 900 extra spaces for rupees.
Well, that's always useful. And fair play to this bloke, he's putting in a lot of work to run this shop. I can admire that.
Couple other things he sells. That's a heart medal. When you put that in your adventure pouch, it gives you an extra heart. Interesting thing about this game, there aren't 20 heart containers that can be collected. You need 2 heart medals to get all 20 heart containers.
Huh.
And the other thing was an addition to the adventure pouch. He also sells 3 of those. Those go up in price every time you get them, but when you get them, you get an extra space for bottles or shield or whatever. And that's, I think, our first bug with the net.
It's the butterfly net actually being used to catch butterflies.
Go figure.
Carrying a pumpkin again.
Skyward pumpkin.
I was about to say that.
I do like how the stag beetles, which are if you sell them, they're the most expensive, I think, bugs. You could just get them by hitting them on the wall. Don't need to actually catch them or anything.
Money farm opportunities.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were scooping up the rupee then.
No. I'm pretty sure we meet and talk to the guy who buys bugs in this video. Forgot to talk to Eldin here. When you talk to him, he gives you some rupees, just to support you. And someone rightly mentioned in the thread, if I had talked to the sword instructor, he would have given me a shield, and I wouldn't have had to buy it. But whatever. He would have talked to me, so who cares?
We don't have time for words. We're a man of action.
There's too many words in this game already.
Dumble is a man of action.
America.
America!
Zelda!
Hyrule!
I feel like I really shouldn't make that joke.
It's okay. I make fun of America as much as You British
Anyone
do,
else?
believe me. Yeah, as everyone.
So, green gem led to the Forest Temple. I'm gonna guess red gem leads to Death Mountain.
Yep, although it's not called that in this game.
Life Mountain?
Is it still mountain?
It's still a volcano and all that.
Yay! We can find some tree stumps in there. Bomberman Jones.
Master, I've confirmed the same thing happened again that you expected.
Master, I've confirmed that you should do things.
Don't know what, though. Sorry.
I'm trying really hard to think of a Terminator reference there, but just failed.
Don't bother. Well, I'll be back. Fits her pretty well because she keeps coming and coming and coming.
Oh, more kidnappings? Skyloft seems like a dangerous place to be.
It's not gonna be that bad, though. Kukiel? No, Kukiel was that little girl I think we saw in part 2 or 3.
You've been spotted with some unknown person with this... Uh-oh.
A scary face was that.
It's gross.
I was really hoping you just said, nah. Not for me. I don't do kids. No. They get everything sticky, just,
Actually, interesting note, the L suffix in a name means of God, and it's actually quite appropriate for Skyloft people to name themselves using that epithet, or suffix.
Huh. I guess so.
Because, like, all the angel names are like Uriel, Fire of God, etc. So, in a place that believes in a goddess, naming your kids things like that makes a lot of sense.
Now you're learning.
yeah.
This is an educational Let's Play.
Also, I do like how she's looking for her daughter by going up to a completely deserted place and just shouting, "Hey!"
She's not the best detective, is she? I won't ask people. I'll go somewhere hidden and out of the way and scream myself hoarse.
She's barely even screaming. It looks like it, but that's really as loud as it goes. Just, "Hey!"
Have we ruled her out as a potential suspect? I've lost my daughter. Oh no.
Actually, by talking to that gal, her name, Oriel, I think is her name, she points out that a guy at the Lumpy Pumpkin, which is a little cafe off in the distance, has seen the monster that has supposedly kidnapped Kukiel, so we're gonna go see him. And cause some ruckus.
Will you throw a pumpkin at him?
Thread the needle, thread the needle. Yes.
That's what happens when you go through those rocks.
Pretty smooth flying, Fox.
It definitely seems worth trying to go through though. Oh.
Oh dear. Never mind.
I get that in just for that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Can you get this pumpkin on your sword? Because that'd be impressive.
That's one of the sword upgrades, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
I would buy this game if that was doable.
That sounds very, very like Final Fantasy, like a house sword.
just throw it at the final boss, game over, job done.
It just lands on him. You see smoke come out from under it.
The feet are out and they curl up.
He's killed the wicked Ganondorf.
There was a tornado.
We represent the Peace of Heart Guild.
We represent the Picori Guild.
Hello. Tiny bump nose. Do you see that? Don't look at it.
How dare you?
Lady, don't tell me that.
Or in other words, the game is telling you to do it.
Yeah. It's got a heart piece, of course I am. Funny you mentioned throwing a pumpkin at him. It's the same guy I threw that pumpkin at.
Yes! Ah, that couldn't have been better. It's almost like you planned it, though.
I like this music. It's really peaceful. Also, look at all these. Look at these 4 people. They all have something in common with the Resistance members from the from Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess? Yeah, I thought they looked familiar.
There's Shad. There's Ashay. There's
Hitlerhead, you're back!
the breasty girl, and then Aru was the old guy. He's kind of the outlier here. This was Stritch. He's the bug guy. And funnily enough, despite him being like one of Groos's lackeys, he's like the guy who likes us the most.
I know I meant to hate you, but I'll give you a lot of money for insects. How about that? Although I guess if you're buying bugs, you can't be picky about the source.
I always knew you weren't one of them.
I'm guessing he's supposed to be kind of like a callback to Agatha from Twilight Princess.
2 for 1. Oh no.
You don't say!
So basically you're going to break everything and then steal from them? Is that what I'm gathering from this?
It's gonna go a little further than that.
Oh my.
I don't know why, but I just like them. Why would you do that?
Okay, Nintendo, I love you.
I'll say that's a very legitimate question. Why would you do that?
It's not like every single person wasn't giving me the idea.
Famed chandelier? Okay, yeah.
Why would you train your staff to goad me into doing this?
Talk to you? Nah. I was going to talk to him, accidentally sat down.
Not his fancy custom-ordered chandelier.
Easily shakeable chandelier. That was a good investment. Well, now I have to work for him to pay it back. These are 3 separate mini-quests. They all happen after each little area, so I'll be doing this one, then he won't have anything for me, so we'll go and do the next dungeon and everything, then come back.
So it's basically a side quest backwards. You get the reward first, except you then have to compensate for it.
Well, we do get a bit of a reward when we've done everything.
Oh.
But that's going to require us first finding Kukiel, because who she's with is related to the reward we would get from doing everything.
Okay. Back to the triumphant sky music.
You're gonna crash into a building. Land on him! Oh.
He is a Goomba. Oh, it's calling.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'd say I miss calling, but I really don't.
Didn't really matter.
Exactly, he's the most inconsequential of people. He tried to be heroic, but just...
It's gonna confuse people, because there is a Colin in this game.
Oh.
Just spelled with an AW.
We don't mean that, Colin.
No. He's a dick. Like the hearty laughs at this guy.
He seems really happy to be drinking that pumpkin soup. This is the stuff.
My throat is burning just thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, did you just steal that sword? Oh.
I told you to put that back!
Well, maybe he did. He's got the goddess sword now.
It's a very thoughtful sound effect they're adding in.
So sleeping is the way you change to night, right?
Yeah, I'm going into this person's room just to use her bed. It's actually Pipit's mom. They don't even try to hide the sexual tension between you and his mom.
And you're sleeping. Oh, good lord.
Oh, well, that's...
She doesn't care, she doesn't sleep. She's right where I left her.
That's what you thought. Who knew what she did while you were asleep?
Well, look at her house. Look at all this dust. I don't think she does anything.
To be fair, the fact that you walked in, jumped in the bed, and slept for 12 hours has not phased her in the slightest.
I think everyone's just used to it.
It's just a common thing in Skyloft.
Maybe Skyloft is like the ultimate capitalist/communist society. Everything is everyone's if you have rupees. And my Wii remote is out of alignment again.
I thought you were just lining up a massive slide.
Another jelly blob. After this video, I homebrewed my Wii, so those will not show up ever again. Unless, like, I pull it out of a chest.
You can actually hack Fee out of the game if you want.
Technically. It's a little bit messy from what I've heard. Like,
Yeah.
how did you hear about it?
I heard about it that what happens is you reset to the default clothing, and that means that while you're out and about in the outside of Skyloft, Fee will not, like, the game doesn't think you have Fee. But while you're in okay, this can wait for later.
Yeah, I heard it does get a bit messy because you have to remove the clothes and everything before you go into a dungeon. So it's just a bit too finicky. What I did is just turn off the little announcements and bleeps and everything. So it's just a little bit less annoying.
To be fair, it wouldn't be a Skyward Sword LP if it wasn't at least somewhat annoying because of Fee.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep saying her name wrong just because.
I'm gonna keep calling her Fee because I feel like she's that hidden Fee.
She's a tax.
Yeah.
Just playing the scream as loud as you... What?
This is Batreaux. He wants to become human, so we need to help him. And of course to get stuff out of him.
A moral message. Don't judge a book by its cover, etc.
Even if that cover screams.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna like this guy.
He's a nice enough guy.
Yeah. What's not to love about a massive demon with giant wings?
Who's incredibly timid.
Yeah.
Extend my claws in friendship.
I mean, I know I'll gut you instantly, but... Gratitude crystals. We get gratitude crystals just by helping people. Sometimes they'll give us other stuff, but what we really want is the gratitude crystals, because every 10 or so, Batreaux will give us something new. I believe there's about 70 or so in the game. And 10 to 20 of them are found just around Skyloft at night.
Is that the only thing you can do with the gratitude crystals, is to give them to him?
Yeah.
I like to think that he went around giving each and every person one gratitude crystal. He was like, if someone does you a favour, give them this. This is our new economy, people.
Wow. You thought the Skyloft Knights were useless.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it.
You saved me when I fell off because, you know, the people whose jobs were supposed to help me didn't do that.
And then none of them even came to help me when they saw a massive demon flying off with me in his arms. Probably screaming in terror.
So that's basically the Giovanni and the Joy pendants combined into one sort of thing.
See what I meant when the references were so oblique you don't even notice them?
Gratitude crystals.
That over there was one of the gratitude crystals that's just hanging out at night. Nice timing, Bat.
Photo ball!
I'm showing up on your Facebook, right?
Sweet. I'm swinging because I forget that the net is controlled by the Wii remote like your sword, so if you swing it around, it's not going to pull out your sword.
Oh.
I was hoping you'd be able to catch the button in it.
That'd be awesome. They do drop treasures, their claws, which you use to upgrade stuff, so I wish it would do that.
You got a star bit.
Yeah. Our first one. Aw.
Looking around for more?
Well, of course. But they're all over. Like, it takes me up until almost the last dungeon to finally find all of them.
Wow.
So fair warning, finding all of the loose gratitude crystals is going to be sporadic at best.
I can't really blame you for that. He says it's more dangerous at night. Basically all I've seen is bats, which I guess more the danger than none is still danger.
Well, there's bats, there's chews, and the remlets become feral at night.
Oh, the weird, creepy, human-faced cat thing.
Yeah. There's another one.
A feral one of them would be quite terrifying.
Now you got a Christmas tree decoration.
You know, weirdly, the remlets look more natural when they're feral than when they're cute.
I guess because nothing that creepy should be able to try and look cute. You're not cute. You're an abomination creature.
Dumple.
Dumple. They're proud of that.
I was hoping to see Master Gapora there. Oh, hello.
See, there's the gratitude crystal he gave to you, so you can give it to someone who does you a favour.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 gratitude crystals just hanging out in the academy. Several of them are inside buildings, so you really need to be thorough to find all of them.
I like getting a reward for exploration, though. Even if it's something small. It's good to just get something.
Yeah. This is Colin, by the way.
Oh.
He's a shithead.
Isn't that the same thing he said last time?
I don't know, I think last time he was, like, laughing at Groose. So I just, like, I decided to cut him. Just in first person. Yeah.
Hey,
Phase through your head.
I was going to ask if you could throw a pumpkin at him, but that's even better. So.
I wish there were pumpkins indoors. I really do.
Yeah.
We're gonna get our first batch of gratitude crystals. Once it becomes daylight and you found Kukiel and everything, just go to her house and talk to her mom. Oh, Dumple.
I'm glad you found my daughter, because I was doing literally nothing to help.
I went up and asked people, by which I mean I got in front of them and went, hey! Didn't say anything, just hey!
It was only when they started speaking to me that I explained my distress.
But yeah, when you've helped people, they give you a batch of 5 gratitude crystals. So that's how it adds up to 70.
Ah.
It's probably going to turn out like 80, and I'm going to be so pissed.
Oh, Lord.
Is there an item worth collecting all those gratitude crystals for, or are they fairly pointless?
I have yet to find out, honestly. I haven't gotten to 70 yet.
That's either going to be a great day or a really bad one.
You unlock the Fee's diary. Master doesn't talk to me as much anymore. I think I should get his attention. I will look him in the eye and use I statements. There's a 70% probability that this will be effective.
Master doesn't talk much. Now she'll now talk for the both of us.
Alright. Colorful eye.
There's another side quest. This one, we're gonna go looking for that girl, Oriel, which we had just talked to a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is what we needed the mushroom spores for. What we could have done is just go fly to where she is, which is, well, I'm trying to grab the... There it is.
There we go.
There we go.
Very finicky.
Very. No, she is like right off over here. On this little island on the way to that big, colorful island. What we could have done is just go over here, talk to her. She'd say her bird is hurt. You can see it right there. Splat.
Best landing ever.
And then we could have gone back to Skyloft and talked to her brother. He would have given us the spores, and then we'd have to fly back. This is much quicker.
Ah, poor bird.
You need bird medicine. Instead of, you know, spores, which is what they actually are.
I will say the flying music lost its dramatic edge when it was sped up.
Yep.
It all became a little bit Benny Hill.
Relaxing bird dying music.
She just pour it. Yes, she does.
Just pour it on a feather.
This will fix you.
Yep, yeah, I'm better now.
That's the most effective medicine I've ever seen. Just putting it in the vicinity of the bird fixed it.
I thought the bird was giving me the crystals. This is actually double. We get the 5 from Oriel here, and then we get 5 from her brother.
Oh, how about that?
Plus something extra.
There are some bonuses of not talking, aren't there, eh? Instead of saying, oh no, your sister's already paid me, just keep quiet.
I wasn't redundant.
First gonna get this goddess chest. Just on this little nondescript island.
I think that's Groos's nickname for Zelda now, actually.
Goddess chest?
Yes.
Oh.
There we go. And back to Skyloft to get more of our winnings.
I love how the transition is just plummeting.
Yeah, I threw some mushroom spores on a bird and that somehow fixed it. I was just doing it for a laugh.
Oh, hey, a bottle.
Hey, we get a bottle.
An actually useful gift from someone.
And the gratitude crystal.
Well, I have a new favourite character. It's that guy.
Good with me in my book, buddy.
I don't know what you do, but...
Have a bottle and some crystals. Oh, not that guy, not you.
Scarecrow kid.
Yeah, you're lucky I'm not throwing you off, to be honest.
What should I get? Nothing. Let's sleep. Let's sleep on his radiator.
Don't worry, you keep paddling. I'll just be sleeping over here.
This does something interesting because Beedle obviously doesn't fly around at night. What he does is he goes off to his own little private island, which is like miles away from Skyloft.
Oh wow, yeah.
There's a chest over in here, but that one doesn't open up for a long time.
I was so hoping you were going to fall off.
Also, I didn't know this, but there's like a gratitude crystal just above my head. I don't get it for several videos. But Beedle, his personality changes a lot at night. Look at this dialogue.
He's like an old British gent.
The mellifluous timber. That's a touch, I suppose.
Mellifluous timber of my...
But pray, what does it matter,
Yeah, redundant, you should be doing the guy's dialogue. I leave this to you.
I'm definitely not reading the dialogue. Maybe in an extra video.
Which does remind me, I honestly feel like I need to record Girahim's little monologue. Like, just a version of me being as over the top as possible.
Thread contest. I smell one.
It's like it's going to be a fan dub. Who would? I don't think anybody in this thread would want to do that.
Well, fan dub is something you do, so. Very rare.
Look at Honest and cry, "What is this?" It's a bug. It's a sky stag beetle. And I'm stabbing it.
We're gonna stab it.
I'd say I'd like to see some fan art of Girahim, but after seeing his tongue, I really, really don't.
Very fine art.
Yeah, it's just... nothing good is coming from that is the issue.
Master, I saw you staring at his tongue. Don't stare at his tongue.
Fee gets chill.
Jealous.
Because I'm made of jelly. Oh, maybe she can change it.
Because I'm made of jelly. I have no money. Which is too bad. But at least Beedle does something funny with if you, like, just hang out, but don't actually buy anything.
1,000 rupees. Good lord.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for his comments. Oh. Off with you!
I like the little cheeky smile he gives me before he drops me. Ooh. Landed nicely.
I'm having all sorts of favourite character moments in this video.
This game is good about characterization.
Except Fee.
Except Fee.
I guess Fee's characterized, just she's really annoying.
No, she has 0 character plus an annoying quirk. That's all she is.
Fair.
I really like this guy, though. I think his name's Gonzo.
Scattershot. Big. Better.
Yeah, these are general things you can upgrade, like dungeon items that you get,
Oh.
and shields, and you can also buy additional seed bags or bomb or arrow bags as the game progresses, and upgrade those to hold more items.
Why is he holding a wooden shield over a forge?
I don't... Why does he fix everything with just a screwdriver? I really don't know with this guy.
Alright.
I'm not really sure why you need an upgrade to fire more than one seed at a time using your slingshot.
No, that's honestly pretty helpful, because, like, it only uses one seed, but it throws a ton of them, so you get a bit of a spread. It's good for clearing out, like, just ceilings full of bats.
It just seems like something you could do yourself, really. I'll just put 5 in, it'll be fine.
Now, this gal, her name's Beatrice. We're gonna be coming back to her relatively frequently, because, we're gonna break her heart.
Oh.
But in kind of like a retrospective way, because she's not gonna know it throughout the game. But we're lying to her.
Okay, yeah.
We're confessing our love to her, and we have no love to confess.
Wow, that took a dark turn for Dumple.
Yeah. I forget why I'm here. Give it a second.
Well, I guess you can't really expect Link and Zelda to ever be a couple together, because then that would, I mean, generations of that would do horrible things, so... I'm looking at bugs.
Here's Stritch in his room. This is where he buys bugs. He only buys certain bugs at like in each night. Only gives you like 3 that he's buying at a time.
I just really like bugs. Alright, mate.
Don't judge me.
Rupees are no object. I just really like the bugs. The way they crawl around all over me.
Everyone's gotta have a hobby, I suppose.
I balance bugs on my nose.
It's quite wide, so it's quite easy to balance them there.
I didn't need an explanation, Stritch. I got it. And just selling some bugs.
Okay.
Does this pay as well as it did in the other game?
Well, it all depends on how many bugs you have at a time. So, no, but...
Because the crazy bug lady really liked to pay for bugs.
No, I wish.
He at least seems to have a handle on his hobby.
Yeah.
So does this guy ever get with Beedle? Because he said his prized possession was a really rare bug.
You know, he doesn't. But that's a really missed opportunity.
Guess they're just showing that a lot of people like bugs.
They're kindred spirits.
It's a shame you can't play them off against each other. Try and raise the price of the bugs.
See, Fledge has been... Fledge? Yeah, Fledge has been up to, some late-night exercise, and he kind of sucks at it.
Yeah, those were not very good push-ups.
Yes, if only. Unfortunately, the stamina potion doesn't become available for, like, 2 more dungeons.
Does he not realise that there's just fruits around that he could just pick up and stockpile? I mean, I don't want to tell him his business or anything, but that seems like the more efficient system.
It's like when Popeye eats spinach, he gets the stamina potion. It's the da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Anyway, I need to buy a better shield, because where I'm going, wooden shields are not a good idea.
Because you're going to the fire area.
At least wooden shields don't, like, instantly burn. They catch fire and then you can roll and put it out. But the health depletes really quickly.
I saw there that it said that electrical attacks will still hurt you, so it's good that they left wooden shields with a use still, so it's not once you buy an iron one, you're never going to use a wooden one again.
Exactly.
So that's clever touches.
And I'm gonna guess that the iron shields are heavier and they probably drain your stamina more when you're running with them.
Your stamina drains consistently no matter what you have on you.
Oh.
It's just, it doesn't get hurt by fire. So, next time, we are going to go to Eldin Volcano and meet some interesting characters.
You say interesting characters. Are they actually interesting?
They are. And they have interesting personalities, and they're likable.
How about that?
It's good in Nintendo to actually... They're normally quite consistent with these things. Fee just seems to be a bit of an anomaly.
Yeah.
I mean, even the villains are likable lately.
I mean, yeah, I just completely cracked up at Girahim.
Sick with anger!
I hate it when I get so angry I teleport.
I should be rewatching that section once this video goes up, because, like, I'm gonna be, believe it or not, I'm trying out for the role of Satan in Paradise Lost, and, may want to take a cue from that.
Yeah. Chew on some scenery.
Come here, Jesus.
If you could throw in a sick with anger, I think that'll be the greatest thing.
I am sick with anger. It's... Does he stay as the villain for a long time, then?
All the way through to the end.
Woohoo!
Excellent. Because it's just, they... In Twilight Princess, the villain seemed to become a bit of a joke at the end, which was a bit of a shame, because he seemed interesting as well. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm trying to do things without stopping my recording, that's why it's not working. That's ridiculous.
How does that make you feel, Redundant?
Pardon, how does what make me feel?
How does that make you feel?
Oh, sad, I think.
Oh,
no, sorry, sick with anger.
There you go.
I am bad at jokes.
I'm sick with anger!
I'm really glad that I'd stopped my recording at that point. So there's no evidence of it.